now be recorded.
So I forget to give an example explanation for DNS. Okay. Yeah. Then I will go to the recorders and all. So just I will go to the small example here. Okay. So here it is. Your mobile number contact list. For example, I want to call Rahul. So how to call Rahul?
Contact is Rahul user is also.
I didn't.
Search for Rahul number.
You have to search for a Rahul number in my contact list. But actually, I'm making a call by phone number only. Actual communication by phone number only. So if I say like a call to Rahul means my mobile don't understand and your Idea or Airtel or these people don't understand who is Rahul also. They understand only phone numbers, right? But I cannot remember all numbers, right? So for example, 9123 4 for fancy number will give 8123 4. For example, this is a Rahul number. I have to dial to the number. I have to remember the all phone numbers and all. In generally, like my mom has a phone number. My parents. So earlier days, very less mobile phone. We have only one mobile phone for my parents. I remember that phone number and my sister's phone number, my phone number. Now what happened? Everybody is having in my family itself. We have a 7 or 8 phone numbers are there. My mom has 2 phone numbers now. My father has 2 or 3 numbers. Of course, we disconnected a BSNL mobile. Okay, BSNL is not there. So luckily, so one number is less. Otherwise, each person having a 3 numbers. So including me also, I have a 3 numbers with BSNL. Okay, so even I don't remember my own phone number, regular phone number I remember, but other phone number I don't remember properly. Okay, my sister phone number, 2 numbers are there. One number earlier I remember easily, but nowadays 2 numbers is very difficult to remember. Okay, so difficult to remember all the numbers. It's a very difficulty. So what I do, I'll save with some number. For example, Rahul, Rohit, I store Rohit or Vishal, okay, their phone numbers. So when I want to make a call or maybe I want to send a message, very good. Like go to the contact list, check the Rohit and send a message or a call to the Rohit, right? So this is what we are doing. We think we are calling to name, but actually in the contact list, the name is indicate a phone number. The call will go with a phone number only. This is an example of DNS compared with the mobile phone contact list. Okay. So we have a name and contact number. We are communicating with the contact number only, not with the name. Name is only to get a phone number in the contact list. Got the point? Like in our network, we are all communicate with IP addresses only, but we cannot remember IP address. Like you want to go for google.com or facebook.com or maybe a w3schools.com or maybe a vmware.com or microsoft.com or technet.microsoft.com. So many websites are there, all IP addresses we cannot remember. So what we are using a DNS servers. So there it will store name and IP addresses. So then we can able to communicate with them with directly name. Like you given a name, you will get an IP address. So that is part. Next, in DNS server, there is the different zones are there, as well as different records are there. First, I will go to the records or zones. I'll go to the zones. Forward lookup zone, and reverse lookup zone. Two zones are there in DNS. We have two zones are there. Okay, right. What is this forward lookup zone? Short name I'm writing here, FLZ. Reverse lookup zone, RLZ. So instead of typing full name next time, so I will use RLZ, FLZ only. Forward lookup zone, simply we can say name to IP address. Reverse lookup zone is your IP address to name, exactly say FQDN, exactly say FQDN, fully qualified domain names only. So forward lookup zone maps domain and their records to a IP address, and reverse lookup zone IP address to FQDNs. Okay, so this is a FLZ. Forward lookup zone is like this. I have a domain. So when I have a domain, so the domain name is there, contoso.com, for example. This is the domain. And I have a records in the domain. I can have a records in the domain. For example, PC1 record is there. Okay, or a PC2 record is there. So host records or different records are there. So I have a records in the contoso.com, and I have a domain. For example, another domain is also there. For example, Microsoft.com. Just for example, PC3. For example, PC4. Like this. For example. So these records are like name and their respective IP addresses. Okay, respective IP addresses are there. In reverse lookup zone, it depends upon your network. For example, I'm using a network here. I'm using a network here, for example, 192.16.0.0 network. So the record is like this, means the zone is like this. This is a zone, this is a zone. Okay, primary zones, of course, zones like this is forward lookup zone, contains a domain. It is a zone. We call this one a zone main part. Okay, reverse lookup zone is a network zone. So if you take that one as an example, it is in reverse order. Like this. That is a zone name. In this one, again, records are there. For example, 172.16.0.80. For example, yeah, tell me.
Sir, I didn't understand that 16.172.in /addr.apra.
Name. It is just a name. Reverse lookup zone name. This is a network. For this network, I created a zone in the reverse lookup zone. So the name will come like this. I will show you how it is look like. Okay. I will give you some different number, 11. It is quite easy. 172. Easy, better to copy paste. Okay, so here also we'll remove these things. This I will change. Okay, here this is the PC1. This is PC2. Okay, I will give you exact records part also. So now this is Microsoft.com. See, there is a first one, second one, third one, fourth one. 4 records are there. Only 3 records will the reverse lookup zone under this network. So reverse lookup zone, don't worry about your domain names. It will only check whether the host is in this network or not. This network or not. Okay, that's it. For example, I have a different network is also there in my DNS. So then what I will do is, for this network, in bracket means it is some network it is. Okay, what is the network ID of this one? First 3 parts are network ID, right? Network part, first 3.
No, sir.
So then it is in a reverse like this, hyphen in hyphen addr dot arpa. So then automatically this 192.168.0 dot some 34 I given. So PC4 dot Microsoft.com. Okay. So this is PC1.contoso.com, PC2.contoso.com, PC3.microsoft.com, PC4.microsoft.com. But PC4 having a different IP address than this one. Still no problem. Why? Because of it is a record only. So PC4 IP address is this one. So obviously that is a record only. Whether communicate, not communicate, that is a secondary. Here compulsory IP addresses must be in this network, and whether it is contoso.com or microsoft.com, it won't worry about that. And only thing is this IP belongs to which FQDN, which species FQDN. That's it. Here also same thing. It is check with the IP address and the network only. Okay, so this is the forward lookup zone, name to IP address, reverse lookup zone, IP address to name. Okay, so before I'm going to show you a DNS part, okay, DNS server, one more is I want to discuss, that is records. Then I will show you how to create a record in a there also. These are all records only: SOA, A, CNAME, MX, SRV, NS, 4As, and PTR. So these are a DNS source records or DNS records. DNS records. Okay. So what are these records? We'll see. SOA means start of authority. Is it easy to copy paste? Oh, it is very difficult. So they put everything is individual boxes. Otherwise, you can type start of authority. I have to check the spelling. Yeah, always why I'm getting doubt here. Authority. Okay, start of authority. What is this start of authority? For example, this sort of authority is a number count purpose. Main purpose is number count, like how many addresses we are added. Is my paint is there? Yeah. Okay. So here in my records, I have a start of authority SOA. For example, it is currently 10. Just for example, it is currently 10. I add a record, PC1 record added is some IP address like maybe 1.11. Add a record. Now the start of authority become 11. Okay. PCA, I add another record. Yeah. Okay. Some record. Now the SOA become 12. Each modification, it always increment. Each modification always increment. Now what happened? I entered, I want to put a 1.12. Instead of that, I put a 1.122. So I'm modifying this one. I'm modifying this one. I put a 1.12. I modify the record. What is the SOA? 13. Because modification also give increment. Also give increment. Now I created a PC3 1.13. What is my SOA? I add one more record. Then what is my SOA? 14. Okay. Now what I done? I deleted this record completely. I deleted, not modified. I deleted record. Now what is my SOA? 15. Very good. SOA is always increment. Like C language, I plus plus is there now. That type only. Any modification, it is like a increment always. Okay, it is increment the one number. It represent how many modifications you made it. So based on that, number will be increment. So there is a advantages are there, but that advantages we'll see. Okay, mainly. So SOA is start of authority. So based on how many modifications in records, it means you may add the record or modify the record or delete a record. If you add a record, modify the record, delete the record, SOA number always increment. So then you can understand how many changes occur, modifications or changes. Modifications, or you can use the word called changes. Changes. Okay, so either you add a record, change a record, or delete a record. It always increment. Okay, so this is a useful when we are using that. Next record is host A record, capital A record. Host A record is nothing but a host record only. It means a PC record or anything. Okay, so host record only for IPv4 host. IPv4 host. Next one is host AAA record. Guys, compulsory go to DHCP, DNS, PPT, just go through once. You understand? Good. If you don't understand, it's okay, leave it. If it is something, it is completely different, just leave it, no problem. Okay. It will take 5 to 10 minutes to go through the PPT. Okay. And these PPTs are by, some are by Microsoft, some are from Microsoft and CMS wise it is there. So if you see logo CMS means it's a CMS PPT. It's my previous organization where I worked. Of course, actual PPT is by Microsoft only. They put a logo, my CMS logo here. Okay. So some of PPTs I shared, that is directly 2016 PPT. Like implementing DNS is a 2016 Microsoft PPT. This is also a host record, 4As also for records, but IPv6 host, not IPv4 for address, IPv6 host. Next one is a CNAME record. What is this CNAME record? CNAME record is alias record. Here is it, alias resource record. Resource record are thing. So you can go through the PPT part. Okay. Alias record. What is this alias record? For example, I have a host name called host1. This record is like that, host A. For example, this is an IP address. Just for example. So this is for no. This is my host record. Just for an example. Web1 is my computer name. Web1 is my server name. For example, my web server name is Web1. My web server name is Web1, and my web server IP address is 180.168.0.80. Guys, why I put a 80 here for my web server? For example,
I think
next.
AP systems are connected to it, I think so.
It's a host address, right? Yeah, not AT system. Not AT system. This is an IP address I given to a host. Okay, a server, and that is a web server. Okay, that is my web server. I given this IP, and why I put a 80 instead of 18 or 15 or 16 something. That is example only. It is not required to put only 80 kind of stuff. Web server does not mean 80 should be there. It is not like I can put a 180. I can put a something 24, no problem. But why I put a 80 specifically? What is web server? Which give you web pages. Web pages, which provide a web pages. Web server provide web pages. How do you access web page? Which protocol? You want to access a web page? Which protocol? HTTP. What is the port number of HTTP?
I don't know.
80. Understand why I put a 80?
Yeah, sir.
Got it? And
Yes, sir.
for example only I given. It's not compulsory to put 80 for web server. It's for example only. But why I put a 80? This is how I remember port numbers. I use in this example, I use in another example. So I can able to recollect. Always point is mentally we can focus on numbers and we can relate everything into one thing instead of decentralizing everything into separate. We can see everything in a centralized manner. Again, I confuse this centralized and decentralized, so don't forget about it. Simply keep using things like when you are in intermediate and 10th class, your teachers or lecturers keep putting, like in your chemistry class, maybe some of you are experienced, your chemistry lecturer will put a name for each person. He call one person as a carbon, one person as a neutron, one person as a oxygen. Okay, right? So like some chemistry names they start calling. So then you can remember more names: carbon, xenon, or hydrogen, helium. So if any person is always ideal, you call him as something helium. He is always ideal. A person roll number is, for example, something 30 something. You call him as like a zinc or something like that, right? So or maybe based on mass value. Helium, neon, krypton, xenon, like this, right? So always we can relate something into something, so then we can remember longer times. This is how I remember. Got the point? That we left in engineering. In engineering, completely we never think about it. So, for example, oscillator. Okay, oscillator. Last time people.
Actually, that time yearly there are only 6 subjects, sir. Here, for every 6 months, you have to study 6 3D subjects along with 6 lab subjects.
Yes, of course, of course.
So,
It is like
there is no proper plan.
anybody can answer this one. Difference between oscillator and amplify, amplify, amplification and oscillation. Difference.
Oscillator oscillates, the amplifier basically amplifies the input.
Strengthens the signal, sir.
Amplifier having gain.
Basically,
Gain. It boosts the signal. Small signal to big signal. Amplifying the signal. Gaining is there. Here it won't gain. It repeats the signal. Okay, same signal. It will repeat again and again. The difference, there is a formula difference is there. Some gain -1 and gain +1 is there. This is a gain, something a by a -1 is a gain, and a by a +1 is oscillator. Always like a transistors, resistors. Now when we learn, when I was in engineering also, the lecturers are not doing like that. It's not about you. It's about the lecturers also not making habituated to involve in the subject as like you are a human being and electronics both are same. They are not giving like that. That's why we are completely disconnected from the subject. We concentrate on exams, labs, and college festivals. Okay, so some are good at a college festival. They got already job. Some people are still dancing and kind of stuff, right? So that's the point here. So if you think everything is the same, then obviously you'll get a more idea about the things. Okay. Now, point is CNAME record, alias record. This is my server name. Like a WinS1 is there now, like that one. Web1 I put it, and it is a host record, and this is an IP address. What is this CNAME record? Now you want to access my website. You have to access like this: web1.contoso.com. Okay, you have to access my website web1.contoso.com, but I don't like it. People should access my website like this. Understand how we are accessing website? www.w3schools.com, tutorials.com, microsoft.com, like that only. So but www is not my host name, but people should access my website with the www.com only. So we have to give like this: www cname means it's a alias name. It will show like alias only. Just www www web1 dot contoso.com. So what happened when user is type www.contoso.com? When he type this .com, first it will go to this name. So query will go to first www.contoso.com. and it is a alias name of web1.contessor.com. What is the web1 IP address? This is the IP address, and it will give the IP address to you, so then you can able to communicate to us. Okay, so I will give you one simple example also. Ping can you see it is not showing www.facebook.com, something header is there, see, star hyphen mini C10R is there. Yeah, w3schools.com is also there. It is a straightforward w3schools.com only. Maybe some website depends upon your website. Reply it will depends. Sometimes it will show like this. Sometimes it will show like this only. Google.com directly it will show. Why? Because of even the host name is different, they will hide it. There are a lot of DNS things are there. Guys, understand what is CNAME? Alias record, duplicate names. Like, in earlier days, we have a newspaper kind of stuff. Like Sitaya alias Sitanna. Okay, Sita alias Sita Lakshmi, like that. It is alias names are there. Okay. Yeah, morning only I heard again Dhoni. Mahendra Singh Dhoni is there now. What is his nickname?
Mahi, sir. Mahi.
Normally, Dada something people are telling, right?
Dada is for Ganguly, sir.
Dada is for Ganguly, okay. One more cricketer is there, that Harbhajan Singh. Harbhajan Singh also some name is there. Bajji something name. Like alias name. Okay. Bajji. Okay, alias names. That is like a nicknames, but alias and names are different. But here it is in publicly one name, but actual name is different. How it is possible? In DNS, you have to create alias names like a CNAME. Next one is MX record. MX record is a mail record, mail resource record. Okay, mail server resource record or mail record. Why it is changed? Mail exchange resource record. Exchange server, if you have a mail server is there, instead of server you put a exchange, also no problem. Mail server, Microsoft mail server called exchange server. So exchange server is there. So then you can give that exchange server IP address, same as like this. Next one is SRV, NS and PTR. SRV is a service location record, which we are not creating SRV. We don't create SRV records. Okay, it is actually tells location is DCS.
Sir, I lost my audio in MX part, sir. Can you please explain?
Mail servers. If you have a mail server, okay, I will give an example also. For example, mail one host record means a record is there 192.168.0.25, for example. Why 25? Very good. SMTP port number. SMTP port number. See, simple. Okay. So, but public should access my mails with a different name or a same name like that. It's just a host record, but I want to access these mails like that in a such a manner like mail dot contoso.com. Different name or a same name, anything, no problem. So I create a mx and mail1 dot contoso.com. But based on your request, like you are sending a SMTP request plus name, so your mail server understand you're asking for a mail server IP address, then obviously it will give you like this. And there is some priority number is also there. That is it's a different part. Alias is a little bit different from mail. Either both aliasing plus telling this is the mail server. So it will give you SMTP action also. So the location of service location record means you have a domain controller, right? You have a domain controller who is authorized your domain controller. Sorry, authorized username and passwords, domain controller only. So it will give you your domain controller, your additional domain controllers, your global catalog, servers locations, location of your domain controller who is authorized your DHCP. Sorry. Oh, DHCP. Who will give you authorization? Who will provide Kerberos services, LDAP services? Those service related it will give, but I will show you directly. I'll show you directly. Otherwise, it is NS record, name server record. What is a name server record? Is like if you have any DNS servers, if you have a multiple DNS servers, all DNS servers, okay, it is a DNS servers IP address. DNS server and DNS servers IP address. PTR is a pointer record. Pointer record. What is the pointer record? Pointer record used in a reverse lookup zone. Pointer records used in a reverse lookup zone. Pointer means IP to FQDN. That is a pointer records. Okay, so this is it. Actually, yeah, that is enough. I think. Sir said 5:30 he will join. Where is this link? I will post otherwise. Yeah, here only they will join.
Yeah, okay.
So I just I given a link. This link only so that directly people can talk. Okay, so we'll continue. Meanwhile, Sir will join. Today I didn't take attendance also. So tomorrow I will take it. Okay, so I will go to the server and I will show you the server thing. Mithun sir came. I will close this client or use the client. Good evening, sir.
Do we have Madhu on this?
Madhu sir is in group. He knows the link, sir. He knows the link. Maybe he's in class, I think. Maybe.
Okay, fine.
Otherwise, I'll put a message.
Wait for him. No problem.
Oh, I have to close this one, my server. Okay. Let Madhu sir join, sir. Meanwhile, I will finish this one. 5-10 minutes.
No problem. I'll stand for you. Carry on. I'll be here.
Okay, sir. Go to tools, DNS. Okay. Server manager, tools, DNS. So I click on DNS. Why now it is making slow, mouse slow? Maybe because of this one. So how to open DNS? First go to server manager, tools, and DNS. It's open. This is the bottom line. You can see the symbol. Okay. And this is my magnifier. Very good. Magnifier is working. So it is not showing my domain name. It is showing my server name only. Because DNS server is a DNS server. Again, it is an individual server only. In the DNS server, you are having a records. Forward lookup zone, reverse lookup zone. And I didn't create a reverse lookup zone. The reverse lookup zone is not created. And also, I didn't create this sunstars.com records also. I didn't create it. Till now, I didn't touch the DNS, right? Now DNS server is records are there. How these records are came? That's the question. How these records are came in the DNS?
Because while configuring DHCP, sir, we have added DNS address.
That is we are that's for client purpose. You have to go to just before.
So client's name, using the client's name is IP is access number in forward lookup zone.
Okay, I will go to little bit forward. Go to the domain controller installation. We install domain controller, ADDS role. Remember, right? That time in the wizard, DNS is also installed, right? In that wizard, DNS check mark. So DNS is installed in that time only. Okay. So this DNS is installed that time. And who created this records? Active Directory. ADDS only. It while we are installed, DNS is installed, and as well as the records will be created automatically. Tell me again.
You asked who created ADDS, right, sir?
DNS records. These records. These records. Who created? Active Directory. Active Directory will create these records automatically. While installing Active Directory create these records in DNS automatically. Background. Okay. Now we'll go to little bit less magnification. So can you able to see the screen, right? Clearly? Or can I increase? It's okay, right? So because of Active Directory, this sunstars.com and as well as underscore MSDCS records. Because of Active Directory, it is created. Otherwise, normal DNS domain names, normal records don't have MSDSC. When you see this MSDSC, it means this is belongs to Active Directory. Okay. I said I will show you SRV records. So go to MSDCS, DCS, DC, TCP. Okay. So can you see Kerberos and LDAP, SRV records. If you go to this one, just for example, it is showing host A, SOA, NS, like that only. but you can't see SRV records directly here. But SRV records are located in this place only. I'm open a record, so look at here. If you read each and everything, then you will understand much easy. So here it is. The point. Oh, okay, one second. I will go to pen again. Host offering this service. Which name it is showing? FUDN, my server name. Host offering this service. Which service? Kerberos service, authentication service provided by this server. That is our server location. Like you are asking for authentication. Yeah, tell me.
What is this weight, sir? 100.
That is a different point. Priority weight depends upon multiple servers. Maybe weight is based on replication part only. Okay, so don't go to that point. Priority is if you have multiple domains. So first priority domain controller, second priority domain controller is there. Weight again I have to go through my old textbooks. So I didn't touch it. So TCP protocol, Kerberos is authentication protocol. What is port number 88? It's showing port number 88. Kerberos port number. Okay. See, port numbers are like a ghost only. Everywhere you go, whatever the topic you go, definitely port numbers are there. Don't ignore the port numbers. Okay, this is a host offering this service. So you are a client and your client is asking like a username and password. Reach the server. Server has to authenticate username and password. But client don't know who is the domain controller. Client know domain, but don't know domain controller. Who will tell domain controller? In DNS, your SRV records, in that one, based on your service request, like Kerberos request, and who is providing Kerberos service, that name we are getting. You are getting name. Later you will get IP address in the here. Okay, that's it. Okay, so not go too much. If you go much, then it will go. Yeah, weight is there. It's not a big important one now. Okay, host offering. This is SRV record, and you can also see LDAP record. 389 port number. LDAP. Who is providing LDAP? This server. Okay. Next, if you go to GC, who is your global catalog server? Who is your global catalog server? Again, global catalog server port number 3268. If some people will ask what is the port number for Active Directory, there is no port number actually. If you search in Google also, no accurate answer. Some places will get this port number for Active Directory. Active Directory is not a protocol, it is a service. But global catalog is related one. Okay. I'm a global catalog. I have only single server. That's it. And who is your primary domain controller? See. So all SRV records, it will tell information about your domain controller, additional domain controllers, and primary domain controller and global catalog servers also. So we'll go back to our normal one. Madhu sir joined or not?
I think he is on break.
Okay, sir.
That's what I read from the group. Once you're done with the training, let me know. Then I'll probably start.
Okay. A small thing, just we are going to create one domain directly without domain control, nothing. Just I will go to create here. This is okay now. Okay, this is good. I'm creating a new zone. So I told forward lookup zone, right? So then here you can see primary zone, secondary zone, stop zone, Active Directory integrated zone. What is this Active Directory integrated zone? So again, this is a my sunstars.com. That is my domain also. Go to the properties. This is Active Directory integrated. Active Directory integrated. And if you see here, data is stored in Active Directory. What is the meaning of that one? Data is stored in Active Directory means my DNS data, my DNS records means these records stored in Active Directory database. Okay, DNS record stores in Active Directory database. Now again, what is my Active Directory database name? Name of my Active Directory database.
ntds.dit.
Very good. ntds.dit, that is my Active Directory database. So DNS record stores directly in your database only. That's why it is Active Directory integrated. If you don't integrate it, it don't store in an Active Directory, it store in separately. There is a C Windows System 32 DNS folder, it stores. Like you can click on change. If you unselect it, click OK. It is asking. So it is stored in a separate file. It is not a integrated zone. So 1 second, Madhu sir is calling. Sir. Yes,
Satish?
Okay, sir. Okay. Madhu sir is little bit busy, sir, now. So he's unable to join. Okay, if you want to talk anything, just inform them. I will continue. This is.
How long will it take for you to complete?
It's keep going on, sir. It will take time because I have to create a records and show the records.
Oh, okay. I won't take much time, Latesh.
Okay, sir.
Hey guys, good evening. Welcome to the site. I hope you all remember. I was interacting with you all for past few weeks, right? Over the mock calls and everything. Are you all there? Good evening.
Right. So then easily you can able to. Already I told one thing, right? So not self learning. What is it? Self repetition. Repeatedly, you can repeatedly if you are doing this one, what is this one, what is this one, and if you got a doubt, then go video or maybe go to your notebook. Okay, so then if you learn like that, you will remember everything and logically thinking. Okay, that's why I asked one question. That is right. So why I put a web 1 is 192.168.0.80 specifically. So obviously logical thinking will occur like reverse wise. Okay, guys. So here, the point is one more point I want to tell. Like in zones, one more is primary, secondary, stub, Active Directory integrated. What are the spelling? It is primary zone. Okay, so type of zones it's a zones. That's a better go once again in your PPT kind of stuff. Okay, primary zone is read and write. It is a read and write copy. It means you have a primary zone means you can able to modify the record, you can create a record, you can read the record. Secondary zones are read only part. We cannot able to modify it. So you have to take the zones from primary to secondary, but in a secondary, you can't create a new zones. Any zone record is from primary to secondary only. Stub zone only NS records only, name server records and glue host records only will be available. It means usually static records only. Active Directory integrated is not a zone. It is you want to store your DNS zone records in Active Directory database. You want to store your DNS zone records in Active Directory database, you have to check it. Otherwise, don't check it. Okay. So guys, here understand this is a DNS server 1. This is a DNS server 2. Just name of the server. For example, DNS server is separately we have to think we should not mix with the Active Directory part. DNS server has multiple domain information. So not only one domain controller, one domain, but DNS can have multiple domains. For example, I have one domain in records information, contoso.com, and I have another record, for example, nwtraders.com. I put a Microsoft.com is easy for typing and listening. Microsoft.com. I have another domain. Right? Okay. Maybe I have a sunstars.com. So multiple domains and their domain zone records are there, can be there in a single server. Why I'm taking another server? For a backup purpose. For example, contoso.com. Okay. Here, for example, I created this zone as a primary zone. This is a secondary zone. It means what are the records in the contoso.com will go to secondary zone. Okay. For example, Microsoft.com. Okay. For example, here I create this Microsoft.com as a primary zone and I create it here as a secondary zone. So there is no primary DNS server or a secondary DNS server. The zones having a primary zone or a secondary zone. So if primary zone in the one server, secondary zone can be in the other server. So I cannot create primary and secondary in the same server. Means contoso.com primary, contoso.com secondary, I cannot create in a same server. Why need a primary and secondary? If one machine fails, no problem, still we have a records. Okay. So this is the primary zone, secondary zone, stub zone, like that. Here I am going to create a new zone. So forward lookup zone, new zone, primary zone. Create a copy of zone that can be updated directly on the server. Create a copy of zone that exists on other server. This option helps balance the processing load of primary server and provide fault tolerance. Stub zone. Create a copy of zone containing only name server, start of authority, and possible glue host A records. A server contains a subzone is not authoritative for a zone, something it is given. Okay. And you already explained what is a store Active Directory integrated zone, store a zone in Active Directory. So I'm creating primary zone. I cannot create a secondary zone because I don't have another DNS server. So I'm creating primary zone here. Just for an example, contoso.com. That is my zone name. This is a file because of no Active Directory integrated. If I select this one, see, it is not showing that option. See, if I am not selecting this one, if I am checking, I don't want to put my data in Active Directory, contoso.com directory. So it is showing file. This is the location of the file. C Windows System 32 NTDS. You can select any option, no problem, because it's already time's up. This is a contoso.com. SOA. What is the number in a SOA now? What is the number? SOA number? 1. 1. NS record. Who is your name server? My server is a name server. I'm going to create a record here. So first I'm going to create a host A record. So I put a name is PC1. When a PC1, automatically it's showing FQDN. FQDN, fully qualified domain name. So I'm giving some IP addresses here just for understanding. I don't check this one because I didn't create a reverse lookup zone. If you select it, it throw an error, but nothing will happen. So PC1 IP address. So record is created. Okay. PC2. So may I have to create okay. 12. Add it. Yes, very good. I'm going to create another record, host A record, PC3. I'm giving some IPv6 address. This is some simple IPv6 address I'm giving. Done. Guys, can you see? Host A record A. 4 A's means IPv6. Just I given IPv6 address, automatically it came. And if you open the record, you can see FQDN. For example, I'm going to sunstars.com. I'm going to win C1. What is FQDN? winc1.sunstars.com. winc1.sunstars.com. So this is my FQDN because winc1 in the sunstars.com zone. So that's it. Yeah, tell me. I'm creating a host record.
Will it be updated in the SOA, sir?
Update in a
SOA, sir.
yeah, right. That is also there now. So wait. So I added a 3 records. Very good. I added a 3 records, but SOA showing 1. Why? Already I told each record I'm adding, deleting, modifying. SOA will be increment. But why it is not incrementing? Because I have to refresh. That's it. 1 become 4. Okay, 3 records. 1 plus, then 2, 3, 4. It will become finally 4. Very good. Web 1. Again I given 80. When you see 80, definitely this time people will get a immediate remember the port number and everything. My class at least, you will remember me, you recollected me, whatever it is. So this is my web server and this is my IP address. What is the FQDN? web1.contoso.com. But I don't like it. I want to create alias record. Now we'll go to the www. Now what is the FQDN? www.contoso.com. Alias name is www. But you have to tell which is your server. FQDN for target host. So any host, maybe you can completely different name can be there. You can give it link to Sunstars also. Okay, but I will give from here only to avoid the confusion. So we'll should be in one single place, right? So web1 web1.contoso.com CNAME record cancel. So www.contoso.com browse forward lookup zone contoso.com open web1. Okay, can I click OK or do you want to see again?
Okay, sir.
Okay, now can you see www.contoso.com and web1.contoso.com. Click OK. Now this is the thing. And next, if you want to create mail exchange server, same thing. You have to create like that only. Up to now, we'll wait and we'll see what is the outcome. You can do from your client or you can do it from your server also. Both you can try. So I use my server only for querying purpose. Okay, now see here it is. I'm pinging to pc1.contoso.com. Whether my DNS is working or not, at least I will know. So I got IP address. That is IP address for pc1.com, right? Okay, I got IP address. I'm trying to communicate, but I'm not getting output. Why? Why I'm getting this output instead of reply from 0.11? Because that server is not there. Record is there, server is not there.
Wrong spell.
Yeah, that's it is waiting. Okay, yeah, it is giving as PC1. Okay, here it is. Error it is showing because it didn't find this .com because wrong name. Very good. See, I got an IP address. So my DNS is giving IP address. Now you won't get output anyway. Control C. Next ping PC3 contoso.com. You will get an error. Why? Because of PC3 is a IPv6 address, right? So I disabled IPv6 in my network. That's why it is minimum. It is not understanding that one. www.contoso.com. This is important now. Remember www.contoso.com, right?
Yes.
Now we'll see. What IP address I got it? This one. Whose IP address it is? Web1. So first of all, it www is pointing to Web1. Web1 IP address is 80. Like that. Alias. Okay. It won't communicate. Just we can see the how DNS is records are there. Of course, I have to refresh for this one. Okay. So one more is I will do reverse lookup zone and I will finish. Okay. We don't go much. Remember all records, primary zone, IPv4 reverse, and give only your network part only. Don't give all the names. So can you see zone name? I given only network ID, only network part only. Only network part, not network ID, only network portion. 172.16. Guys, again, maybe people will get doubt. Primary zone, and here no check mark. If you want, you can do check mark, no problem. But I'm not checking it. IPv4 and 172.16. If you look at this reverse lookup zone name, 16.172.in-addr.arpa. So that is the name of the zone. This is the record name. You can use anything, no problem. This one, this one, this one. Why it is not highlighted? Because it's not Active Directory integrated. Okay. Now this is my reverse lookup zone. What I will do, I don't do anything. Very simple. I will go to each and everything. Go here. Select here. Update associated pointer record. Apply. Okay. Go to each one. So if it is already already check mark is there, then uncheck it. Apply. Check it. Apply. Okay. C1. Check mark is there. Uncheck it. Apply. Check it. Apply. Okay. And Contessa.com. PC1. Yeah, already check mark is already came, so no problem. Because of when I created automatically it came possible. So what I'm going to do is just refresh. Automatically these records came from forward lookup zone only. You can create your own record in a reverse lookup zone directly, like a new pointer record, and you can create your IP address. First give the IP address and host name directly. Okay, if in case if you don't want like that, you can get it from your lookup zone. So if you see pointer record, IP address, PTR, name. So already it is 6 records it is showing. Okay, like that. Mainly, so win C1, win S1. Yeah, see why Contoso.com not came. So I compulsory these things should be done. Check mark. Apply. Okay. PC2. Uncheck it. Apply. Check it. Apply. Okay. Web1. Okay. Alias. No check mark. Nothing. So leave it. It's again I'm going to refresh. So guys, can you see Contoso.com here? PC1, PC2, Contoso.com, IP addresses, and here like this. So this is a reverse lookup zone. Reverse lookup zone, IP2 name or FQDN. Forward lookup zone, name to IP address. What is top level domain? This is secondary domain, second level domain. What is subdomain? Right click Contoso.com, right click new domain. So I put some domain name here, for example Pune. Okay, so this is my subdomain. It does not contain SOA and NS because SOA NS is there here, but this does not contain anything. I'm creating a record here. So for example PC4, okay, and 172.16.0.14 for example. Can you see FQDN now? .com, Contoso, Pune, PC4. So it includes your subdomain also. So see, it is showing like a PC4 only, but PC4 is under Pune and Pune is under Contoso.com. So that is a FQDN of PC4. Yeah, tell me. Exhausted from 10:30 to 6:30. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Very good. No problem. These 2 weeks, guys, only there as Mithun sir said also correct. Okay, only 2 weeks. So hardly for interview anything. If you work these 2 weeks hard, interview become very easy. Once interview completed, then you can enjoy. For me, no enjoyment anyway. Okay, so guys understood DNS.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I will close these things later. So only thing is, first of all, I will